Version 5.0 of Member Tools just came out this past week. And I got to tell you, when I opened the app on Sunday evening and everything was changed, I was kind of like, wow, what just happened? Where did my directory go? What happened? I'm kind of lost. So I paused for a moment and I just scrolled through the app and I realized, actually, it's all there. It just is in a different format and it's going to be great because it's making things more easily accessible using tiles instead of all the buried menus that it had before. So I encourage you to watch this video as I walk you through the changes within the Member Tools 5.0 app. When you first open the Members Tools app, it comes straight to the home screen, which is now full of all these tiles. These tiles are really just links to different areas within the app. So for example, there's a directory tile that will take you to the directory. I'll go through all these tiles in just a moment, but I want to show you a few other things first. First of all, if you come down here to the bottom, you'll see there's home, search, and menu. The search feature is actually so cool. It's a universal search. Right here it tells you can search for members, callings, and tiles. So if I were to go ahead and type bishop in here, it would pull up the bishop of my ward. As an example though, if I want to know who the primary president of another ward in my stake is, I can come up here, click on the drop down, choose which ward I'm looking for, and go ahead and do a search within that ward for primary president. And it goes ahead and pulls up the primary president for that ward. One other thing to show you is the menu here. This is very similar to the menu in the previous app. So if you're lost here on the home screen, you can jump over here to the menu and be able to find things that way. Okay, let's jump back to the home screen and come over here. And I want to show you one cool trick that you can do with these tiles before I dive into some of the tiles. You can hold down here on a tile and it will give you the option to change the tile color and move the tiles. So I'm going to click on change tile color. And if I want, I can go ahead and maybe change this to green. And if I wanted, I could apply this green to all my tiles, but I'm just going to leave this one green and hit done. And you'll see that now the directory has changed to green. Let me show you one other thing here. If you hold on this again, you'll see there's the move tiles option. You click on that and it pulls up all these tiles here and you can go ahead and move them where you want. So for example, say you would like prayer roll moved up higher, you can go ahead and move prayer roll up higher. This allows you to put tiles where you want them to be. So the ones that you use the most, you can move to the top, and ones that you don't use as much, you can move down lower. Here on the home screen, I want to point out just a few of the tiles for you. One thing to note, it's really hard for me to show you all the stuff here in the Members Tools app because of privacy reasons. I don't want to show who everybody in my ward is and what their phone numbers and addresses are. So I'm going to have to blur a lot of content out, but I hope you'll be able to get a feel for what it is I'm trying to show you. And I'm not going to go over all the tiles, just a few of them to give you an idea of what's going on here. So right here, I'm going to click on directory, and this pulls up a directory of my ward. I can come up here and I can click on the down arrow and I can choose to see the directory for other wards or for my state. On the side here is the alphabet. This will, if you click on one of these letters, it will quickly take you to that letter in the directory. Up here at the top is a search field. I can search for a person's name or even their calling in this box. Also, right here you can see the 3 dots. This allows you to do a little more with the directory. You can sort it by household, by name, or by birth date. You can filter by heads of household only or by all household members. And there are some display options as well. You can choose whether you want to show callings and whether you want to show photos. Back here on the home screen, there's an actions and notifications. This might be things that, for example, maybe a secretary needs to get done, like update the attendance for the quarter. And they will get notifications and actions that need to happen there. You can look at organizations in here. So for example, if you would like to see in your ward relief society who has what callings, you can go ahead and do that in the Relief Society section. And that applies for all these areas as well. You can see callings and you can see who is part of that organization. So if I go to Relief Society and go to all Relief Society members, I'll be able to see all the Relief Society members of my ward. When you are in an organization and you're viewing all the members, there are a few really cool things that you can do. If you come up here and click on this little box here, it will allow you to send a text message to the group, which obviously I wouldn't want to send a huge text message to all the sisters in Relay Society. It allows you to share, it allows you to show the group on a map, and it allows you to select individuals and to sort by alphabet or by age. When you go to select individuals, this is really cool because you can go ahead and click on a few people, and maybe you just want to message those people. Then you can come up here to the box and send text message to group, and it says there are 2 selected. So then if you clicked on that, you could send a text message to those 2 people. In addition, you could show that group on a map, and you could create a group of these individuals. And I'll show you in just a moment where those groups, those custom groups appear. Back here on the home screen, there are reports. These are for leaders. There's the calendar that may show events for your ward or for your stake. This is the group section. You can create custom groups. Like I just mentioned earlier, I, for example, have a Hummel family group that has some of my family in it. And I can go ahead and I can come up here and I can send a text message to this group. And I can add more people to the group as well. So groups may come in handy if you have a specific group of people that you're always needing to text and you want to control who's in them. You can do that here in custom groups. When you click on temples, it shows you your assigned temple. It has a link to schedule appointments, to see the ordinance schedule. You can add to the prayer roll here. In addition, it shows you the closure dates for your temple. There's a meeting house tile that's great if you're looking for somewhere to attend church, maybe when you're on vacation. You can do that through the meeting house tile. Missionary shows you the missionaries serving in your ward missionaries, as well as missionaries serving from your ward. So if you want to send an email to a missionary that's serving from your ward, you can go to the missionary tab and it will go ahead and show you their email address. There's a ministering assignment tile. When you click on that one, it will go ahead and show you who your ministering brothers are, who your ministering sisters are, and your current ministering assignment. So those are some of the main tabs in here. There are lots of others that especially pertain to leaders, like payment requests and ministering assignments and action and interview lists, all that kind of stuff. That's more for the leaders. And leaders, you can go ahead and explore all of that. All right, I hope that you're not quite as lost and that helps you understand better how Member Tools 5.0 works. If you found this video helpful, be sure and hit that like button below, and even better, hit subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos from Gospel Mom Tech.